Wait, before you scroll, understand something. This message is not for everyone. Not because you are superior, not because others are excluded, but because most people are not ready to hear it. Only a small percentage truly understand growth when it doesn't look dramatic. Only a small percentage recognize preparation when it feels like pressure. Only a small percentage stay disciplined when recognition is delayed, and that percentage is rare. There are moments in life when something shifts quietly. No fireworks, no announcement, no dramatic sign, just a deep internal knowing. Something is about to change, not randomly, strategically. You felt it, a strange calm, a subtle tension, a sense that you are being positioned. For a long time you were hidden, not ignored, positioned, not rejected, refined. The hidden season felt slow. You questioned your timing. You questioned your progress. You questioned your impact. But hidden seasons are protective. If you were elevated before you were stable, you would have collapsed under expectation. If doors opened before your discipline matured, pressure would have exposed weakness. Preparation always feels longer than promotion. That's why only a small percentage endure it fully. Most people quit in the hidden phase. They chase validation. They seek shortcuts. They relax discipline. You didn't. You stayed consistent when it wasn't exciting. You corrected habits when no one applauded. You learned restraint when reacting would have been easier. That is rare. Rare doesn't mean better. It means disciplined. There is something about to shift in your environment. Not dramatically at first. Subtly, you will notice increased responsibility, increased trust, increased expectation. Because readiness attracts opportunity. Opportunity does not come to talent alone. It comes to stability. And stability is built through repetition. You may not feel extraordinary. That's the point. Extraordinary people are often quiet about it. They don't announce. They don't demand. They don't chase. They prepare, and preparation compounds. There are conversations about you happening in rooms you haven't entered yet. Not gossip, recognition. Recognition of reliability. Recognition of calm under pressure. People trust those who are steady, and steady people are rare. Only a small percentage can handle delayed gratification without bitterness. Only a small percentage can endure silence without insecurity. Only a small percentage can grow without needing constant applause. That percentage builds legacy. There will be a moment soon where you realize something changed. An opportunity aligns, a door opens, a responsibility increases, and it will feel natural, not overwhelming, because you were shaped for it. But here is the warning: when elevation begins, ego tries to rise with it. Do not let pride undo preparation. Humility protects growth. Remember the hidden season. Remember the nights you doubted. Remember the discipline you practiced. Remember the silence you endured. That memory will keep you grounded. This next phase is not about proving yourself. It is about maintaining yourself, maintaining discipline, maintaining restraint, maintaining focus. Most people can handle opportunity. Few can handle consistency afterward. That's where the percentage shrinks even further. You are not stepping into hype. You are stepping into responsibility. Responsibility requires structure. Structure requires boundaries. Boundaries require confidence. And confidence must remain quiet. The shift coming is not random blessing. It is accumulated effort meeting aligned timing. Do not rush it. Do not announce it prematurely. Let your calm speak. Let your calm speak. Let your preparation speak. If this message feels personal, if you sense that something subtle but significant is forming, if you know you endured when others would have quit, comment. I'm part of the 1%, not as pride, as commitment to stay disciplined. Stay here, because being part of the 1% is not about status, it is about sustainability. Anyone can start strong. Very few can remain steady when attention increases. Very few can stay disciplined when opportunity finally appears. Very few can handle responsibility without letting ego grow. That is why the percentage is small, not because access is limited, because endurance is rare. You endured the quiet season, now you are entering the visible one. And visibility tests character. When no one was watching, discipline was easier. Now, when people begin noticing, pressure increases. Pressure to perform, pressure to maintain, pressure to not make mistakes. This is where many fall. Not because they are incapable, because they relax structure. You cannot relax now. The habits that built you must stay. The routines that stabilized you must continue. The boundaries that protected you must remain firm. This next level will not be sustained by motivation. It will be sustained by systems. If you do not build systems, success becomes unstable. You have already learned restraint. Now you must master consistency. There will be distractions, subtle ones, more invitations, more conversations, more opportunities to stretch yourself thin. Not all opportunities are alignment. Some are tests of focus. The 1% does not chase everything. They choose carefully, they assess long-term impact, they say no more often than yes. Because clarity requires protection. You may feel excitement building. Do not let excitement override discipline. Stay measured. Growth should feel calm, not chaotic. If something feels rushed, step back. If something pressures your values, pause. You did not survive the hidden season to sabotage the visible one. Remember how long preparation took. Remember how patient you had to be. That patience must continue. There will be moments where old insecurities try to return. Moments where you question if you deserve this shift. Moments where you fear losing what you gained. Insecurity is natural, but it cannot lead. Confidence built on discipline does not panic. It assesses. You are not stepping into luck. You are stepping into alignment. Alignment does not require proving. It requires maintaining. The 1% mindset is simple. Long-term over short-term. Structure over emotion. Discipline over impulse. Vision over validation. When you operate from vision, temporary opinions lose power. There will be people who resurface. People who once doubted. People who once dismissed. People who once overlooked. Not all returns are alignment. Some are curiosity. Some are access. Guard your growth, not aggressively, intentionally. You do not need to explain your boundaries. You need to honor them, because the higher you rise, the more attractive your stability becomes. Stability attracts both opportunity and distraction. Learn to distinguish. Opportunity aligns with your long-term direction. Distraction feeds ego or urgency. You are no longer driven by urgency. You are driven by intention. That shift is powerful. You may notice something else changing. Your tolerance, you tolerate less chaos, less inconsistency, less emotional volatility. That is not arrogance. That is refinement. Refinement narrows circles. It narrows access. That narrowing is necessary for expansion. Expansion without filtering creates collapse. You are being expanded carefully. Responsibility will increase gradually. Do not rush ahead of time. That is why you are ready. Extraordinary impact often comes from ordinary consistency repeated long enough. There will be a moment where you look back and realize The hidden season was training. The pressure was sharpening. The silence was strengthening. And the shift you are now entering was earned, not random. Stay humble, stay structured, stay focused. Because this level is not about arrival. It is about maintenance. If this message resonates deeply, if you feel the responsibility more than the hype, if you understand that being part of the 1% means staying disciplined when others relax, comment, "I maintain the standard," not as ego, as accountability. Because what is coming next will reward consistency more than talent.